Hey y'all, this is Marc Hamm with Pro Web Firm. Just want to tell y'all a little bit about HNP, the Happy Neighborhood Project. As y'all probably already know, I am a member of HNP and have been for a year and a half or so. And I just want to tell y'all my story of what HNP has done for me. Last year or a year and a half ago, right as COVID was hitting, I started going to one event. One main event in Sacramento. HNP was doing that weekly meeting and I was kind of down. I'll be honest with you, morale was low. I'm thinking people are passing away from COVID and here we are having to do business and get out here and network. And, I had been going to physical networking events and, I realized that was going to have to come to an end for a while. And so I went to this one event every week and it actually lifted my morale. I started feeling like, hey, this ain't so bad. I think we can do this. And so I saw that HNP started to grow a little bit. They started doing more weekly events and in different locations. And so as it started to spread a little bit more, I remember Edwin came to me and said, hey, we're thinking about doing an event in Georgia. Would you be interested? And I said, yeah, I'll definitely be interested. And he wanted me to be a co-host. I had already been attending, but a co-host was a whole new role for me. But I wasn't a stranger to hosting networking events as I was throwing events myself. And so I used to do an annual event and here we were going to do a weekly event. I thought it might be a bit excessive, but I was willing to try it. And so anyway, we started off Georgia for HNP and it caught on like wildfire. We were like the lead group for HNP. We were having the top numbers, people coming to the events, people patronizing the HNP Georgia. Matter of fact, we were doing so good, other cities and states started paying attention, seeing us on the leaderboard week after week. And basically all we were doing is just being real, telling people our own story. We weren't selling people our business and services. We were just being real people. And people gravitated towards that and started attending our events. And the main thing we did the most were pass out referrals. We always tried to help other people gain business partners or referral partners, or sometimes clients. And that was basically our motto, which is the same motto of HNP. HNP wants you to network and pass referrals. Anyway, I didn't notice this at the time, but being out there helping other people grow their businesses and helping HNP get what they wanted, it started helping me get my business together and better and what I wanted. It grew. HNP started sending me referrals from West Coast, East Coast, everywhere. My phone started ringing off the hook. After I would get off of a networking event, people would text me, email me, call me, blow up my LinkedIn box. And so as I was staying at the leaderboard, on top of the leaderboard for HNP, so was my familiarity. People started to know me in other cities and states, other events. And so I started visiting other HNP events. And as soon as I would get in there to introduce myself in a breakout room, people say, hey, Marc, I know you already. And I'm like, you do? Yeah, we saw you on the leaderboard and we saw you at the worldwide networking event. And we know what you do. And so people started to knock down my door to set up one-on-ones with me. And it made growing my business even easier. And so I really take my hat off to HNP and the HNP vision of what it was able to do for all of us, not just myself and my business. It was able to take a group of people who could not physically go out and network and put everybody online and connect them. And look, going from one weekly event to about 70 weekly events, that's amazing. And I'm just so glad to be a part of that. I'm so glad to have come up from the bottom, from being an attendee to a co-host, to a captain, and now a mentor with HNP. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen next with HNP. And I'm glad to see the co-op growing like no other. I think Edwin is a genius, and the whole crew, Fong, Aaron, and all the developers on the back end, they're just a bunch of geniuses. And so For me to come in and do my part, I take my hat off to HNP, and I thank you, Edwin. I thank you for allowing me to show my abilities and talents to help grow myself, my business, and HNP all at the same time. I thank you and I appreciate you, Edwin, and I appreciate the whole HNP crew. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. I'm Marc Hamm, and I'll catch you guys soon.